Pricing is the most important thing to change when it comes to Amazon because the only thing that you can change that could double your conversion rate or triple your sales overnight. So I'm gonna take you through the numbers of a price test I just did on a listing where I took two variations, took one from $70 down to $50 and the other from $100 down to $60. A very big price test. Let's get into it. All right, and here we are with the data. So we're gonna look at 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, previous week, and the average week year to date, and compare it all to our test week, which was February 17th through the 23rd. So 3 weeks out, we did $10,158. 2 weeks out, we did $10,358, and the previous week we did $9,158. Year to date before the test, our average revenue was $7,693. As you can see, we still beat them all in our test week, where we did $13,437.45. Big fan of that personally. 3 weeks out, we did 137 units, and that's 118 of variant 1 and 19 of variant 2. Week 2, we did 139 units, 118 of variant 1 and 21 of variant 2. 1 week out, we did 94 units of variant 1 and 28 of variant 2. Year-to-date average, we've done 87.9 of variant 1 and 15.6 of variant 2, with the average being 103 per week. Now, this is where it actually gets very juicy. For the test week, we did 255 units sold, 186 of variant 1, and 69 of variant 2. Now, that's a 2.5x of the average, maybe closer to a 2x for the, previous weeks. Now let's get into profit. 3 weeks out, we did $5,310, which is a 52% margin. 2 weeks out, we did $5,468, which is a 52.8% margin. And then the previous week, we did $4,052 and 44.31% margin. And then our year-to-date average has been $3,770 a week with a 49% margin. And then our test week, we did $6,404.25, which was a 47.66% margin. As you can see, quite up from all of those. Next up, we'll get into conversion rate. You'll see 3 different numbers there. One's the blended conversion rate, and the one on the left is conversion rate for variant 1. The one on the right is the conversion rate for variant 2. So 3 weeks out, we did 7.3% blended conversion rate, 9.4 for variant 1 and 3.2 for variant 2. 2 weeks out, we had a 7.1% blended conversion rate, which is 8.9 and 3.3. 1 week out was a 6.07% conversion rate with a 7.5 and 3.67 blended conversion rate. And our average year to date is 6.23 with an 8.5 and a 3.1. Which leads to our post-test numbers, which puts us at a blended conversion rate of 10.67% with a 12.02 and an 8.44. Yeah, if you're wondering where that thumbnail came from, if you did the math, based off the averages, we had a 70% lift in conversion rate and a 2.5x in units sold. Not bad. I'll throw a quick screenshot up on the screen showing the actual stats that I pulled off of Sellerboard. But yeah, this has definitely changed my philosophy when it comes to pricing. I've essentially always told all my buddies and anyone who comes to me with questions about Amazon, I'd look through everything and be like, yeah, just raise your price. I've essentially looked at everything and always thought to try to be as expensive as possible in the niche because, well, if you put it into a spreadsheet and you're like, oh, well, if I sell the same amount of units or maybe slightly fewer, but I'm this price, I'll make more money. And sure, it makes sense on a sheet of paper, but the thing is, Amazon's a winner-take-all market in a lot of cases. Like if you price lower and increase your conversion rate by a certain amount, you may not increase your sales by 10 or 20%, you can double, you can triple, you can 10x your possible revenue by pricing lower, by being that winner-take-all. So that's definitely changed how I think about this stuff. I'm gonna wait for my reorders to come in so that I can continue this price test and do it with more listings. Yeah, I'm waiting on my reorder of everything to come in so that I can continue this test. I had to raise prices on everything because I was gonna sell out, especially with this listing that I just showed you in the test. It has 2 variations and both of them had huge increases in conversion rate. And if that trend continues, then it's possible to split those variations apart and it would make me organic rank number 1 and number 2, which quite honestly could increase revenue by 50% in that niche. So that's really exciting. So I'm gonna wait on my orders to come in a few weeks. I might keep you posted. I take it back, I won't. I'm not gonna remember to post or care. Yeah, if you found this interesting, please share it. Don't like or comment, just share it this time. Yeah, but yeah, that's all. Bye.